Okay, we're down to not many jobs to do now. The only thing I've got left to do is put water tanks back in this boat. I had a problem when I was on the hard with a little bit of osmosis in and around the water tanks, so I've cut the integral tanks out and I'm getting some standalone plastic ones made, so we've got to install them. I think I'm going to pick them up tomorrow, and I've got this area down here ready for them to go in. So let's have a look. So this is one of the holes in the boat that I'm working in, and this used to all be water tank. My water tanks were built up into the hull of the boat. So this was the inside of the tank, and hoses used to run down into the top of the tank, and I had about 400 litres of water in that tank. There's a baffle in the middle, you can see. But what I've done, I've drained all the water out, and I'm going to sit a tank up on here. I'm getting a plastic tank made that will sit up in this area here. At the moment I've just got the 20 litre bottle with water in it. That's giving me a bit of house water at the moment. That's only temporary, but the tank will sit in that area there. I've cut this area out of the top of the old tank to give me a bit more storage. So I've got a good storage area there. It was very dusty and dirty, so I didn't film when I was down here. This whole compartment was full of dust and it wasn't much fun. So I've cut that top out, got rid of it. I've just painted it up today, and that's ready to go. So we're ready to bring a tank down, and we've got to get it in through this hatch. So it's got to come in through the hatch you can see above my head there, and then down into this area, and it'll sit up on this shelf here. So that's the job for the weekend. It'll probably only take, hopefully, in my head, it's only going to take probably an hour or two to get the tank in and get it plumbed up. But I've said that before too. So that's the last job. After that, I think we're ready to head south. I'm keen to go. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. Well, it's not much of a day here in sunny Queensland. What I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to take but the wind has dropped off a little bit. It's been really blowing last night, gale force winds, so it's been good to be in a marina. But what I'm going to do this morning, I'm just going to take the boat out of the marina, head up the Broadwater to Bruce's, and we're going to go and pick the water tanks up this afternoon. So try and do it in between these heavy showers, I guess. I think there'll be too many boats out today. On days like this, I'm sort of glad I'm not a real yachty. It's pretty cosy in my little cabin here, even though the elements outside are pretty ordinary. Yeah, it'd be a lot better than standing out in the cockpit copping a lot. Thanks, Candy, for the use of your dock. It's even pretty wet on the road. Just heading into Brisbane to pick up these water tanks. Hopefully it's a bit finer tomorrow, we might get them in. Well, I think we've got all the stuff required for a start tomorrow. Let's get these tanks in. Well, isn't this nice? I just got a little parcel delivered to Bruce and Kay's place. I know what's in it, but the post is written on it, "Love your videos, stay out there till you can't." That makes me feel real warm and fuzzy inside. Thanks, dude. Oh. Came in through the door, I guess that's a plus. Of course, the first job is to get all the stuff I've got stored down in the hull out of the way.
Loosen the weight. Got it?
Well, that's one tank in, and it was it fits in there pretty neatly, but I tell you what, we only just got it in. The dimensions only let us get it down through this hatch. Step down that hole.
There's the outlets, that's going to go down that way. Okay. No, I'm hitting on the
There we go. No, I'm hitting on this electrical box.
No, on the power box.
Yeah.
I think what I might do is take this off.
Well, it was sitting on there. Went the end of there.
Come down at that. Just push it down a bit.
Hang on.
Stand it up a bit straighter, Bruce, maybe.
I'm hitting on that corner over, that's your side.
Yeah.
The top right corner. And I'm hard up against the conduit.
Sorry?
I'm hard up against the conduit.
It's only just grabbing there. Lift it up a bit. Right, now that's in.
No, I'm hitting on that 1 inch, that 10mm bit of, there, right at the corner. See that 10mm bit of stuff?
Where?
The 10mm packing for the hole. To make the hole bigger.
Oh shit, you. Let's try it now. Alright, that's fine. I've got it down here a bit.
Thickness of a fly's foreskin.
We certainly. Very lucky person.
As you said, that little bit of stuff you put on there could have just buggered it, couldn't it? So that's 2 tanks in, and we were super lucky getting them both in, to be honest. So they're in anyway, so that's a good thing. That's going to go on. Beautiful.
Okay, just heat from about there to there.
Well, that's one side in and plumbed, and now over the other side. Can just sit there, I reckon. That goes up to the through hole. And so the last job, just filling the tanks and making sure nothing leaks. They fit in there pretty well, actually. Lucky these holes have got plenty of room in them. Well, I'm pretty disappointed. We've got this tank installed yesterday, but it leaks. The last thing I asked the guy before I put the tank on the truck, has it been pressure tested? And he said, yep, we've leak tested it. I took him at his word. It's leaking in about 5 places. So a tank that leaks is about as useful as a duck that doesn't float. So what we've got to do now is pull it out, which is a pretty big job, and then probably take it back to him, which is another hour down the track to Bulimba, and then do the whole thing again. This is one reason I like to do everything on the boat myself, because it's really hard to trust other people to do anything, to be honest.
Okay.
There's still a little bit of water in the bottom. I'm wondering whether we should try and... It's going to piss all over us if we lift it out, because we've got to come up this end first.
Straighten him up, that's better. Make sure my rope doesn't slip off. Hang on. Right. Okay, got him. Oh.
What the tank man should have done, we're going to seal up all of these holes with bungs. We're going to put a little bit of pressure on this tank, and then we're going to go around with soapy water and find out where the leaks are. Definitely a leak there. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah. Well, as the sun goes down on another day, what was going to be a 2-hour job putting tanks in has taken us 2 days. We pulled one tank out completely, pressure tested it, found heaps of leaks, right, put it back in, and then we weren't confident with the other tank. So the other tank, we took it out from where we put it in, but left it down in the hole, and we pressure tested it down there. So yeah, be very careful who you deal with when you're getting plastic tanks made. This wasn't a very good experience at all. I rang the guy today, he didn't want to know me of course, and I said, oh, I'll pull them out and bring them back. Yeah, easy said than done. And you waste a day driving them in and going and picking them up, but yeah, not very good customer service. So do it yourself. We eventually got the manufacturer to bring his gear down to where we were on site and weld the tank up. This is what he should have done in the first place. The guy came from Brisbane this morning to weld this tank up. He's welded this to my satisfaction. It's really good. We've pressure tested it and we're about to drop it in, but he ran out of welding rod to do the other tank, so he's had to take that away and we'll have to do that tomorrow. So just can't seem to get it right, but anyway, we'll get this one in.
At least you'll be able to have a shower tonight, Norm.
At least I'll be able to have a shower tonight. Do you think I'm starting to stink, Bruce?
Yes, I'm getting a bit worried.
We put the water tank back in. They're all fixed, I think. While I got it out, I'm just going to put a sea strainer on this pump. I've never had one on it, and before I do that I'm going to pull the pump apart and have a look at how much plastic is inside it, because there's quite a bit of plastic came out of those tanks when we drained them, so probably in the pump. We'll have a look. Yep. There's all stuff from out of the tanks that's in my pump, and in the seals around the diaphragm too. Good too, wouldn't it? It's necessary. sound.
Sounds like it's working. Yep. Is that the last time we have to climb down there, Norm?
Certainly hope so, Brucey. Well, we're hoping that's the last time we have to get down that hole. We've been in and out of it far too many times in the last week. And thanks for the hand, Bruce. It's been great.
Anytime, Norm.
I was going to do this on my own in the marina. I'm really glad I didn't, because it's been a bit of a chore. It's taken a week. We had the tanks in what, 3 or 4 hours?
First time.
When we first got them, and then we found they were leaking, and it's taken us a week to get it sorted. So that was the last hose clamp we just did up. So now we've just got to put a bit of water in and test it. But look, I'm sure it's going to be all right. So, whew, been a long one. Hey?
Happy days.
Yeah. Thanks again, Bruce and Kay, for all the help. Fantastic. And thanks also to Candy, who let me use her pontoon while we're doing the job. Thanks, Candy. Now all that's left to do is get this boat back together. Well, lovely morning here at Jacob's Well. All the jobs on Peggy-Anne done now. The tank fiasco is finished with. Yeah, so I think the boat is pretty well ready to go. I'm going to start looking for some weather soon. I think Wombi's coming down in a few days. We'll do some shopping, get some supplies on the boat, and then we'll start looking for some weather to head south. So it's taken a bit of a while. It's been a bit of a project, but yeah, eventually all the jobs are done and we're ready to go. I can nearly promise that the next one will be going somewhere, but you never know. With boats you can always find something that trips you up, but look, I'm keen to go, Wombi's keen to go. Hopefully we're on the boat and doing something next time you see us, so stay tuned. So I hope you've enjoyed the vids. Please give us a like, make a comment, ring the bell, and I'll see you next week. Cheers, dudes.